All right, boys, we are talking food today. I've got 12 days worth of food here for a backpack hunt that I have coming up. Gonna be going into different areas probably for about 3 days at a time. So I'll probably have about 3 days worth of food with me at a time. And I'm just gonna open up one of these bags and kind of go through what I have in it. Um, I have them all pretty close to the same. I basically, what I do, I go buy a whole bunch of stuff that I try to hit around 100 calories an ounce, somewhere in that neighborhood. And I just buy a bunch of different stuff that I know I like that's kind of in that realm. And I just mix and match a little bit. So each day varies a little bit, but not a whole lot. Like they're all fairly close to the same thing. And then I have my bag of food for the day. And then I have a peak meal of some kind for my dinner. So I'm on these here, I'm hitting anywhere from 2,600 calories on the lower end with a lower calorie peak meal, all the way up to almost 3,000 on some of the higher calorie peak meals. So I'm just going to just grab one and slide the rest of them out of the way here, and we'll just take a look at what I've got in here. So starting out right on the top, I have my breakfast. What I typically do for breakfast, this is a oats and granola mix with vanilla protein powder, and then I'll just add water to this, mix it up. That powder, it's a vanilla protein powder, so it basically acts as like a milk, gives you kind of a milky, lots of calories, lots of protein right away in the morning. I do this one is the granola and stuff. I do that, and I also do cereal in some of these. So some of these will be like granola and oats, and some of them will be cereal. So that's my breakfast. And then I've got coffee, just like the Folgers tea bag type coffee. I've got 2 packs of those in pretty much every day. Um, got some dried mangoes, usually just 2 or 3 of those. Yeah, I like them, but they're sweet and I don't like to go too heavy on them. Some Nature Valley Crunchy. These things are 190 calories a pack. Um, yeah, I like them. Some Biscuit almond butter bars, also like 190 calories. Those things are good. I've got some crackers, just like your classic Lance sandwich crackers. 2 packs of those. Some days I have 2 of these. Some days I have one of these and another bar. Um, I've got a Mountain Ops Ignite. I pretty much have at least one Ignite in every day, and a Liquid IV. I have Liquid IV, Elements, and also some like homemade electrolyte powder that my wife makes. So I have one of those every day, and I have an Ignite every day, and the coffee. Then I've got some pistachios. I have a heavy half cup, probably closer to a 3/4 cup, which is coming in at probably about 180 calories. Those are always nice to eat. I've got a handful of Sour Patch Kids, just a little sweet in a little baggie there, just a few stuffed in there. I've got 2 beef sticks per day, and then just some more candy, Snickers bar, Reese's cup, just something else that's like sweet and kind of fun to eat sometimes. I won't eat these every day. Some days I'll have little bits of this and that left over that I'll just kind of save. Um, and some days I'll eat everything that's here. And then round it out for supper with some kind of Peaks meal. I have all Peaks meals. I've tried Mountain House and some of the other stuff. There's a handful of others I'd like to try, but Peaks so far for me has been the one that I can eat much longer. I feel like the flavor's a little better. I enjoy them a little bit more than like the Mountain House, and they don't mess up my gut nearly as quick as like Mountain House or something. I mean, when I'm eating these for 12 days and eating this for 12 days, eventually it's gonna be like, okay, it's time for better food again. But these are much better than some of the others I have tried. So that's pretty much what I run. That's a day's worth of food that gets me anywhere from 2,600 calories to close to 3,000, depending on exactly what I have in the bags, because it varies a little bit, not a whole lot, but a little. And then the peaks meals obviously vary. Like this sweet pork and rice is 800 calories. This biscuits and sausage gravy is 1,100 calories. So that adds some variance. But for me, this is a mule deer hunt, so a lot of glassing, some bigger days of like covering more country, but a lot of days of glassing. So this for me is most days gonna probably be a little more than I need. There's gonna be a few days where we're doing like bigger efforts like into an area or out of an area where I'll probably eat all this and could almost like snack a little bit more on any extra stuff I had from other days. But most days, this is gonna be very close, probably leaning towards a little more than I need. And yeah, that's how I'm doing my food for this trip. And it's pretty close to what I did on a very similar trip last year. And I think it should work pretty good. So we'll see. Be leaving in 4 days.